guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I have got some packages. It is mail day. We have got a box and a little parcel down here. I don't really know what's going to be inside these, but I can hazard a guess as to what's inside this one. So we'll start with this, which is from Madison Playing Cards. It is always a good day when playing cards arrive in the post. That is my motto. Okay, inside the parcel we have a box. A nice little lush sort of pink box, and inside, whoa, okay, this is a lot more than I ordered. Jeez, there is a lot to unpack here. Okay, we'll start with, there's two loose cards on top. So this card right here is it's a Jack of Diamonds. Oh, that's perfect. Alan has signed a Jack of Diamonds, which is my favorite card. If you don't know Alan, he works in the Madhouse, and he has signed a Jack of Diamonds from the pink Madisonist deck. And he says, now you have a signed card by me. Thank you, Alan, I appreciate that a lot more than you know. And the other loose card is from the Misprint Advocates, the Mint Misprint Advocates. And it says, for Cavan, mad respect. Thank you, Daniel, and thank you, Alan. Wow, there's a lot more to get into. We also have a pink Advocates deck, and this was a surprise to me. In fact, there are 3 decks of cards in here, including this, that were a surprise to me. I didn't order, so that's honestly just incredible. Thank you to the Madhouse crew, the Madhouse team, for sending me these. I wasn't expecting the pink Advocates. These are sealed. Yeah, interesting. It'll be good to get into those in a second. We also have some signed Black Advocates. Again, wasn't expecting this, didn't order these, so thank you so much. It even says for Cavan with mad love on the front. Black Advocates, wow. This is an impressive lineup we've got going on here. And finally, of the unexpected decks, we have some Scarlet Advocates. Yeah, Scarlet. I nearly called them red. They are Scarlet Advocates. For Cavan, nothing but mad respect for you. Thank you so much. This is too much in a way. This is, you know, for just like 3 decks of cards essentially, that is incredible, so thank you so much. When I first met Madison, I don't know if I've ever said this, but when I first met him, he gave me like 5 decks of cards just for free. And I was just like, what? Literally just 5 decks, and he just handed them and he was like, yeah, there you go. Unbelievable, unbelievable. And then finally, the actual thing I ordered was this. I really appreciate cards that sort of feel like they go together, and these feel like they go together because these are, I don't almost want to open it, it looks so like well done. Inside here we have the green and the blue remedies. So this is really special for me to complete my remedies collection with the green and the blue. And today we'll be taking a look at the green and the blue. I think I'll save the 3 extra decks, the Advocates. I think I'll save those for another video some point in the future because I don't want to overload this video. So we'll focus mainly on the green ones because these are the more recent additions to the remedies collection. The blues have been out for a little while, but I don't think this review would be complete without the red remedies. So let's go and get those. Here we have the remedies complete, the green, the blue, and the red. Wow, okay, let's start first of all with the red, a quick look at the OG original remedies. I know lots of people will have already seen these, so then we'll quickly move on to the green and the blue. Alright, just before we begin, a quick note about the lighting in here. I can't really control the sunlight at the moment, so I am going to get blinds fitted across here so I can do that in the future. But for now, we're just going to embrace the sunlight because I can't control it. And also, it does look pretty sick. So this is the Remedies deck, and the back design, as I've said before, I think it just works. You know, the combination of Madison's image of the feather and Schneider being the rose, that combination just couldn't have been done better, I don't think. These are the perfect images to bring together in a Madison and Schneider deck. I think it was a difficult task. Don't get me wrong, I don't think using a simple imagery like this is easy. I'm sure there were lots of other alternatives, but it just fits so well. Some people have said, one criticism I have heard is that the images are too big on the deck and that they should have been smaller. I don't know how I feel about that. I think I'd have to see it to know, but as it is, as I look at the deck at the moment, I don't see much of a complaint at all. In fact, I think that this is just about as perfect as you could have got with these two images. And that blank space totally works. One of the only criticisms actually that I do have of this deck is on the box. I think that this white border perhaps shouldn't have been there and it should have just been a clean red. You know, we know what the back design is going to be like. I don't think the white border should have been on the box. But I mean, we're nitpicking here, and that is a sign of a very good deck when we're talking about little things like that. That is not a criticism that should be worthy of being mentioned in a review. We have, of course, two Ace of Spades, one being an angle Z, angle 0, or candy bar magic. Jay Sankey, I'm looking at you, one of those gimmicks. So I think you could use these as duplicates if you wanted to. I don't think that that is impossible. You could hide the angle Z part of it, but including this trick, I think is a fantastic inclusion. Obviously, this is a Madison trick, and to have it here as part of the deck, as you know, one single card, it's a believable, interesting, and you know, really captivating gimmick. I think that this is a trick that is definitely worthy of a card in a deck. That's always a difficult thing, isn't it? When you're making a deck of cards and you want to include a gaff card that does just one particular trick, that is a tough thing because you're giving it one card to just one single effect. And in this case, you hand this card out and the trick can only be done once. Some people have an issue with that. I personally think that it is okay. You know, obviously, if you were going to perform this, you'd want to hand the card out, and then you've performed the trick, and that's it. Your one chance is over. And moving on to these two cards. These are another two really interesting cards. Again, they are duplicates, but they're not really duplicates. They are both the King of Diamonds. One is Schneider, one is Madison, and I can't think of anything better. What I think is disappointing here, though, is that they are both the King of Diamonds. I think that Madison and Schneider should definitely have been kings, but wouldn't it have been more appropriate to have one as the King of Hearts, one as the King of Diamonds? I don't know. That is something that maybe I'm not a big fan of, because you can't use these as duplicates. Not exactly. I think maybe you could get away with it, but I mean, it's not ideal, is it? Because they are different cards. They have got different faces on them. It is a tricky one for me, so that is my only complaint. But as for the artwork, as for the colours, and all of the adaptations that are done across the whole deck, actually, all of the court cards, I think they're all brilliant. We have, of course, the Joker. And again, this Joker is a fantastic merging of Madison and Schneider. We have Charlie holding a rose. David Blaine is the King of Spades, and another David is the King of Clubs. But I'm not going to go through all of the court cards. Daniel Schneider is a bit of a master when it comes to court cards, and I think that shows in this deck. His work is phenomenal. So this is the Red Original Remedies deck of cards. And now we're going to take a look at the blue. Wow. Okay, interesting. Straight off the bat, I don't know anything about these cards other than that they're a blue Remedies deck. And interesting to see that there's an Angle Z gimmick that is not the Ace of Spades. That is much appreciated. We have a 2 of Diamonds. So they've stuck with Angle Z. It'll be interesting to see if there's a different card being used in the green one. So if we just spread the cards out, wow, this blue color is so dazzling. This is my favorite shade of blue. In my old studio, I had a whole wall painted practically this shade of blue. I love dark blue, and when I heard there were going to be blue remedies, I just knew I had to pick them up because, wow, what a color. I think this might be, I've not looked at the greens yet, but I think this might be my favorite color out of all of the remedies. Yeah, fantastic. Moving on to the Jokers, we get 2 identical Jokers. Then we get on to the Ace of Spades. And again, a recolor for a dark blue Ace of Spades. And that line across the bottom of the Ace of Spades, we cannot recover from who we are. That is a constant theme throughout these cards. And then taking a look at all of them, I believe that we're gonna have the same court cards. Now, interesting here that the dark red elements of the court cards haven't been recolored to dark blue. I think perhaps a recoloring of the court cards to a dark blue in the middle would have just helped to tie this deck together into a more dark blue feel, and then the same on the greens. I imagine that the recoloring isn't done in green on the court cards, but that would have just given the deck just a little bit more of a theme, you know? We move on to the King of Diamonds though. Again, I'm nitpicking when I'm criticizing here because I do really like these cards. Once again, they have stuck with the two non-identical duplicates. Interesting, and the card reveals here are the same, 2 of diamonds and a 9 of clubs. So that wraps up the blue deck of remedies, and I really, really like this deck. I think that it follows on really well from the red. It takes some of the really good elements, it makes some appropriate changes, having a different angle Z gimmick, all that sort of stuff, but I think a couple more changes would have been welcome. I don't think they would have been straining too far away from the original design if they had just tweaked those court cards to a dark blue. But overall, I can't help but give this you know, a 9 out of 10, same as I would give the original remedies. A really solid inclusion. And let's move on to then the final item in the remedies series, the green remedies. And initially, I've got to say that I think this color is good. I think that a green is difficult. You know, green is difficult. You can go too light with green, and I'm not a fan of the sort of limey green colors, but they've gone for more of a suede-y sort of dark green here. More of a traditional Erdnase green, I imagine. Same details here, we've got MXS, and we cannot recover from who we are on this front main tab, and then on the little side tabs, their initials, all of that is still the same. And we have the same 2 duplicate jokers, a green recolored Ace of Spades, which I think looks so, so good. That is fantastic. Yeah, that works. I think that's my favorite Ace of Spades out of the 3 so far. The green color on an Ace of Spades just feels so regal. I don't know. I know royal is normally associated with blue, but it just feels so rich, that green. Turning over the deck, this is interesting. Okay, we have a 9 of clubs angle Z gimmick. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest. I've said this before, that I think the 9 of clubs is somewhat overused, you know, when it comes to duplicates and trick cards and so on, you know, card reveals. I mean, I think the 9 of clubs has been used almost so much now. I totally understand the meaning and everything like that. I get it. I understand why the 9 of clubs is used. I think it's just one too many 9 of clubs for me. You know, that's just my personal opinion. I think that it gets to a stage where the same card is being used in so many things that I worry that spectators and certainly magicians are going to be so familiar with the 9 of clubs being used in tricks that when it comes to this, they won't be as impressed. That's my only concern. This green color is so, so good. I am really pleasantly surprised, actually. I didn't expect to like it as much as I am. If we turn the cards over, these cards, yep, the court cards are all in the body, still red. So that wraps it up for the green remedies. Thank you so much to Daniel Madison for sending me these and all the other cards that were in that package. That is so greatly appreciated. And thanks to you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Click the thumbs up button down below. That always really helps me out. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see some more of my videos or maybe subscribe, all of that will be linked in a minute. Thanks for watching, and I will see you very soon for more videos.
I think you're gonna have to be or you're gonna have to go
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Let's open this package. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is the way.